Hi, welcome to SBR.TV for the Christmas to New Year's segment of our bowl game betting previews. I'm Peter Loshak. Again, we have Justin Seven with us. Justin, the opening bowl games you had a great read on. You were one of the few people liking BYU, and you liked them a lot. So great call on that one. Another great call on Wyoming and the over on that one. The first bunch of bowl games went great for us. And let's get down to the next set of games that we're going to talk about. We're going to look at here the games from Christmas through December 30th. So let's start with the most interesting game to me as far as the lines and line movement is concerned, and that's Bowling Green and Idaho in the Humanitarian Bowl in Boise. It's being played in Boise, Idaho. This game is interesting for many reasons. I'll briefly run them down. First of all, Idaho is a team that came up a lot during the regular season as a good bet. You yourself mentioned them a few times in preview videos that we did this year as a team that you thought had value. They were, in fact, a great bet early in the year. They were 7-0 against the spread in their first 7 games. Then they went on a bit of an ATS slump. They ended the season losing 5 straight ATS, but it was a little bit excusable. They played a couple of tough teams, and probably more importantly, their starting quarterback was injured. He was out for 2 of those games, and he was hobbled in another one. He left with an injury in the last game of the year, and his replacement didn't play very well. But he's supposed to be back for this game, and he should be good to go. So I'm wondering about this line, why Idaho isn't some kind of a decent-sized favorite here. Of course, the game is being played, as I said, in Boise, and I know you don't give teams playing in-state bowls a home field edge, but this strikes me as, this might be a little bit different because Idaho is a remote state that can have tough winter weather. It's one of those states like Wyoming and Colorado, a few states like that, where visiting teams often have a tough time adjusting, and they're definitely going to have a home crowd in Idaho. The weather could also benefit Idaho further because of the way the teams are built offensively. If the weather gets windy and blustery for this game, as it often does in Boise around this time, and if passing is affected because of that, it's probably going to hurt Bowling Green a lot more since their offense is so pass heavy. It's a very pass oriented offense. They do have one of the best receivers in the country, but a wintry wind could lessen his impact and give Idaho an edge, because Idaho is not going to have that kind of problem. They have a much more balanced attack with 3 running backs in the running game who are all very productive. So just in general, I was a bit surprised by this line. I was surprised Idaho wasn't a bigger fave on opening, and I'm going to predict that you're going to say that Idaho has value here.
You hit the key points, and I'm kind of puzzled by it myself. Originally, I thought when the line opened up Idaho -1, I thought Idaho was the right side. But then when the market moved 3 points the other way, so now Bowling Green's a 2-point favorite, that told me that I'm wrong. So I was going to bet it, but even though the line is better now, I'm passing on it.
All right, so what do you make of the line movement? Is it like a syndicate play maybe? Is there an injury we haven't heard about yet?
Somebody who's smarter than you and me knows something you and I don't know, and they bet a lot of money on it, and I'm not going to go up against that.
All right, well, we'll see. I think I'm still liking Idaho, but we'll see. Then the next game that I want to talk about is that I want to get into a bit is Boston College at USC. Now, this is also a very interesting game. It's interesting because it's sort of the perfect example of a classic bowl situation that you see every year. You have a powerhouse program off of a disappointing year with a disappointing bowl assignment going into that bowl as a big favorite over a team that's sort of often excited to play in the bowl and excited for the chance to get a big win over a top program. And so that's the situation in this game with USC off of their disappointing year. When you look at the specifics of this game, there are even further factors that are pointing to sort of just misfortune and bad momentum surrounding USC. They've got 3 guys out who are going to be out for this bowl, including 2 key starters on offense. And beyond that, there's now news that their starting running back, Joe McKnight, didn't make the trip earlier in the week because he's under investigation for some kind of violation, and he might not play either because of that. The line has moved from 9 to 7.5. So money's obviously coming in on Boston College. Boston College is sure to try to keep the game close by playing their kind of game, which is sort of heavy on the run and tough defense, which gives more value to a live dog. So what do you think of Boston College on the spread? And also, what do you think about the total, which has gone down from 46.5 to 44? And if you like BC and the under, what about a parlay on those two?
This is actually, I think, the best game of the bowls to bet on before the New Year's. And I like Boston College plus 7.5. I made the fair line USC -3, and that was before accounting for the injuries and suspensions or whatever the other things with the players getting knocked out. So as far as the straight side, I like BC. I like the over, though. I made the total 53, and I think the total is much lower than that. So I would not parlay Boston College with the over. Two other plays I like on this game, though, in coordination. Even though I think USC is the wrong side, I'm probably going to tease USC from 7, hopefully 7 down to 1, and sell off most of it on the BC money line. So I'll take a Polish middle on the game.
Right. So that's just a math thing with the lines. That has nothing to do with handicapping with that bet. But okay. So you're loving BC. Got it.